Okay, so this is the scene today outside my place in Raider. It's very quiet in Raider today. It's a Sunday. Normally there'd be people working across there and you'd be hearing all bikes and everything in the background. You can a little bit. But it's been very quiet the last couple of days in Raider, and the reason is because the World Enduro Championships competition, whatever it is happening just up the road. So on Thursday it wasn't very quiet because they all came here. But then since then, been very quiet, and nobody is working across the way at all because they're all bang into motorsport. Right, anyway, there's the yurt-like structure. There's the roundhouse, isn't it? This is the last roofing panel. I thought I'd have it in today, then realised I completely messed up. I've cut it to make a skylight in it, but it can't take a skylight because it's a special panel. It's the one that goes next to the doorway. So it's a complete waste of complete time and plywood and everything. I've got to do it all again. Unfortunately, the skylight that was going to get fitted in here has to now be fitted in one of those pieces in there that is finished. So one of the finished pieces now has to come back out and get ripped apart and have a skylight put in it because I didn't think ahead properly. That's the shape of the skylight, and there we are. So I am getting on with it, and some aspects of it are working brilliantly, but I'm running out of time. Money's becoming a big issue. There's the roof so far. That's the panel that I did teak oil. The rest of it isn't got any finish on it. No decision yet about that. I'm not even going to finish it anymore. It can be, this is considered, I consider it, what you do with that is now called decoration. There's a skylight that I've done, and basically I thought to myself, well, I'll do all the roof panels, I'll do the skylights at the end. And that worked out fine. Started doing it, then realised this panel's a special panel. It fits, doesn't have any flashing flaps on it there. This flashing flap has to be on that piece because it's coming downhill. You wouldn't want the flap going uphill. And this is a normal one. So on this panel, there are no flashing flaps, and it makes it a special panel, and it has to go in this position. Problem with that is, if I put the skylight in it, it means the skylight has to go in this position every time, and that's just not right, is it? So really, really fed up about that at the moment because I was hoping to get that done today, have a little meeting tomorrow about progress and possibilities of trying to get some more funds together, and then I have a break. But now I'm going to have to go and buy some more materials, remake that panel, take down some panel out of this roof, cut it up, make the other panel, make that right, and then eventually I'll finish this roof. And then I thought that would happen today. Anyway, it didn't. So that's what the front of it's going to be like. There's going to be, the doorway will go in there. It will be an insulated door set in, and it'll be arched, and it might be 2 doors probably. The windows were going to be funky, weird shaped windows, but none of that works out very well. So there'll be a rectangular opening window on either side, and then just glass in the other bit. These bits here will be opening that way, and they'll be like fire escapes. 1, 2. This back panel will be covered in plywood, insulated, done whatever on the outside, I don't know. And then some fireboard put on there, whatever they call it these days, insulation stuff, and that's where the stove will go. That is a big job, making that amazing octagonal opening skylight up there in such a way that there is never blows off. I don't know how to do it anymore. I run out of time, run out of money. It'll have to happen, and it could be beautiful. I might have to fit something temporary just so I can move on. The floor does look great, but these panels were made in the middle of winter, and I didn't realise that I had to varnish all the interior plywood inside the panels until I'd done half of it. So I've got to take that apart and varnish the bits that aren't varnished. And also 3 of these panels, that's one of them, that's one of them, and that one here's the worst of them. 3 of these panels went down the A470 at 50 miles an hour. 3 of them literally skidded off down the road on their own, and bareback, you know, no trailer. So, well, this one needs redoing, doesn't it? But it's, you know, at least it's survived, more or less. So if they need attention, I'll be fitting retaining strips. So all the panels will have a strip of wood that is attached to the ceiling and catches on the wall. In traditional roofing, building, whatever they call it, a bird's mouth. But this isn't. But it is a bit like that. Anyway, so these will go on each of the roof panels all the way around, and then that will give you the finished effect. That will be the finished effect between the roof and the wall. So I had decided in previous thinkings that we didn't have to have these fancy nice shaped skylights, and they could just be rectangular. Sod it. But then actually so much work has gone into all of this, and I don't know if there's any point in any of it. What's the point of cutting corners now? It might be, you know. So I haven't gone for the simple rectangular thing. I've put in a shaped skylight, and the other one will be the same. So, you know, it's going to cost a lot for the glass. Well, stick a bit of plastic in it for time being. Everything's... Anyway, I can't really talk about the money at the side of it at the moment. I need to raise some more money. I'm already in debt over this now anyway, and there's just about enough left to come to finish it, but not to pay off my debt. So I need to do something about that. Anyway, the roof's looking good, isn't it? And, you know, this thing does have a really good vibe about it. It'll be fantastic structure. I have got so much anxiety on me at the moment. A lot of it is to do with this job and the fact that the workshop is only paid up for another month, etc., etc. But that's the way it goes with things. And if you take on something that you haven't done before, everything I do I've never done before. Anyway, I've got a little gig this afternoon, so it's only a little charity thing down in the Rock Park, Llandrindod. I hope it'll be all right. I'm not too sure about it, to be honest. They've got about 6 bands on and 0 changeover times. Nothing. Not 1 minute for changeovers. And also, they got in touch with me. I was going to do a 45-minute set. Oh, can you do a shorter set? Can you just do half an hour? Because we need to fit everybody in. Yeah, all right. You know, go along with that. But then I look at the poster. I'm on for half an hour. Everybody else is on for an hour. It's just bloody hell. I'm way better than they are. But anyway, probably won't be today. So, I don't know. Going to go down this afternoon, do a few tunes. Yeah. And that's about it. Apart from, well, I'm having a trying time with it at the moment. I can't really go into it all. Lots of things are happening. It does seem like in the world, sometimes when you really, really, really put yourself out and you really go that extra mile, and according to all of the films like Disney, things should start working well for you. That isn't always what happens. And sometimes when you really, really put yourself out and you go the extra mile, things get worse. And I've noticed it before, but you always forget in between. So there is some philosophical understandings to be had when you take on bigger projects. And like, to me, this is a big project because I've been doing the whole thing on my own. And I've set up, this is the 3rd workshop that I've set up in order to do it. So it's been an incredible amount of work, and it should have finished months ago. And it's still a long way from finishing, and in the installation and the actually making it work. I mean, nobody has tried a lot of this. Nobody has tried a lot of this. I don't know anybody who joins a roof together like this I don't know anybody who does that. And nor does my mate Simon. He taught me how to do roofing. And nor does my mate Andy, and he made Antarctic expedition tents. So, yeah, that is innovative. Well, and that might not be the right word, but it's experimental and it's chancing your arm. It's a roof. If they leak, problem. Right, and then also, I don't know many people who join the walls together like this. You know, how do you do it? Yeah. Come on. Push that side. Oh, well, let's see why that's not coming. I mean, this Velcro is quite strong, actually. Anyway, there you are. So you can get in there, and that's what these panels. There's two separate panels, you see, and that's the way you join them. And some of them I've forgotten about, need a bit of adjusting. The Velcro's not. Anyway, good thing about that is it works. Look, and the eaves are big enough. So if the rain comes whooshing up there and down onto the ground, it's quite a long way away from the wall. And hopefully these walls will stay dry. And the bottom's heavy duty vinyl, blah, blah, blah. These loops are just in case you need storm ties if you set up on the Mongolian plains. Obviously you need them. So there we are. Anyway, rant. I'm not ranting at all. If you think this is ranting, this is not what's going on in my head. I'm being lovely. No, I'm not. But anyway, so all the way round, every panel is a little bit out from the panel before, right? And all this is done with strings, basically, and peg and nails. That one's right. That's very nice. This one's pretty good. That one there's out. And yeah, hopefully it won't matter. Hopefully it's just right at the bottom there. It's just like, because it's a funny angle, well, quite a steep angle. Anyway, that's all what's going on. The roof, I'm so frustrated that I can't show you this finished because it's so close. If I hadn't messed up yesterday, that would have been done. But there we are. I mean, I've been in, you know, nice roundhouses that have got beautiful roofs and beautiful skylights and everything, but none of them have been movable. They have been installed, they've been permanent buildings, and they have cost, you know, a lot of money, and they have been built by many people contributing. So I think, and they haven't had floors like that. I mean, this floor is like, I wish the scaffold had gone. That can go soon. Probably all fall down then. Well, it might do. It might do. If when I take the scaffolding away, it all falls down, I'm just going to bugger off. I'm going to take the guitar, take the drums, and just leave. And, you know, the name of the company that I'm trying to form, Infinitely Nomadic. My poster says Hobo Blues. I live in my car. That's not quite true. I'm sleeping down there at the moment. This is my bed when I'm here. And then I'm going to go to Bradford again soon. I've got some studio space in Bradford where I've got some friends. I actually see people and can get a meal. Mind you, there's been riots. Not about Bradford. There's been riots in Leeds. And, you know, Bradford's at least as contentious as Leeds. Anyway, there we are. All going good. It's all really, really hard. But it is looking good, especially on the inside. On the outside, there's not a right lot to see, partly because it's sort of in a workshop in the dark and you can't really see much. But the inside is looking good. I just wish I had, you know, another £5,000 in 3 months. But there we are. It will be done. Yeah, well, that sounds a bit like a prayer. Okay. Onwards and upwards. Good luck to everybody.